Hey, it's me, Sai7, and welcome to part 82 of Limbus Company, and today is the dispense release for Middle Apprentice Ishmael. And damn, I'm very excited. She looks really cool. And of course, with another middle identity added, Envy Resonance grows. I know it's I guess a team type that we haven't really seen too much of. So it's always really neat to see them get more IDs to see whether or not it becomes OP or whatever. Hey Link, how are you doing? And then of course we have the Uptie story as well, which I'm sure is going to be insane. And then later on in the stream, I was informed that I missed out on some flavor text for the Lucio and Rien fights, so I want to go back and check that out. What else? Oh yeah, the director had an impromptu live stream that we gotta talk about. Possible new game modes and the skins coming up. You're playing the non-existence of Morphean Paradox. Oh, did the new one come out? It just released in early access. Oh, you told me about that. I'm just about finished up with Arc Knights, and then maybe I'll check out the No Existence of You and Me, because I did buy that. Defense skill error? No. You know, auto battle, maybe it's unironically a Candy Crush. Could you imagine? Now, you know what game mode they should add to Limbus Company? Limbus Company needs its own factory building mode. Take after Arc Knights, which I have been streaming. Incredibly good game. Maybe a little slow, but I feel like that's how all Gacha releases start out, you know, with the exception of Limbus. Oh, also, did you guys notice they actually put a cap so you can't accidentally use all of your ego shard crates? I don't know when they did that, but I almost fucked that up not too long ago. Oh, I didn't even get her yet. You should add Limbus Company to Limbus Company. Holy shit.
아, 엄마. 들어올 때 노크 좀 해달라니까.
Wait, mama?
아니, 들어오는 게 싫은 건 아니고. 그냥 월간 해결사 잡지 보고 있었어. 안 바쁘면 엄마도 다음에 누구 죽일지 같이 볼래?
Dude, I really like this ID art. You can see Ahab here with the I Want You poster. Oh, that's the Hannah Association logo up there. That looks like Queequeg. And this color kind of reminds me of Liu. I'll have to look at that. You saw me playing it, but you were busy with Paradox? Oh, how was that? I feel basically ruined Arc Knight's story? Nah. I wouldn't say that. They're doing some good explaining of the lore, so I don't think it's bad. Oh, she has no envy egos. Really fun. It plays like Darkest Dungeon. Your choices really do matter. I haven't even heard of Paradox. Is that on Steam or what? Is it something you'd recommend checking out? Ooh, who's that?
잡지 인터뷰나 방송에서 언급한 기술은 전부 보고 싶었거든요. 아, 죽이기 전에 사인도 받아뒀어야 했는데.
You're working late tonight? Why? Otis? No way. The middle nurse father. Oh, because Matthias betrays. Of course it goes to Otis. Okay, well, yeah, we should have known. There's this tricky vengeance they're having some trouble avenging. So as a great sister, I decided to avenge it in their stead. Oh, is this pre-House of Spiders? Is there something you need my help with? I thought you've already finished your homework for this week, kiddo. Oh, I love it. Mommy Otis confirmed. Oh, that means it's her foot too that's showing. Yo, Otis fans are being fed this season. I mean, it's staying home all day can get a bit boring, you know? Play some video games, read some comic books, and I'll be home before you know it. Dude, parent of the year, actually. Mama's gotta do her homework too. Oh, also, what is this? Fixer's monthly? The silver gauntlet. Ooh, another color confirmed. The nurse fathers of the House of Spiders. It is true that they had been made to step back from the front lines of their respective fingers' businesses, that they no longer played a vital part in the day-to-day conflicts of the back streets. If from any practical point of view, letting them idle away their time would have been an outright waste for the fingers. Just because they were now regarded as has-beens does not suddenly invalidate the battle-proven competence that naturally came with years of experience. Oh, interesting. So not pre-House of Spiders. Which is why, although the Nurse Fathers were not freed from this proverbial hell, the fingers still continued to assign them various tasks, or that lay beyond the scope of their duties in the House of Spiders. The missions, also known as homeworks, assignments, or labors, as called by the inhabitants of the House of Spiders, have been a constant since the emergence of the organization. Since it's based on Envy residents, but the only Otis ID with any Envy is W Corp. True. A dish can't be used in burn. No, because, I mean, we'll go over her kit, but yeah, I'll explain that. It's just that I get the vibes that they're always swamping you with work, mama. Haha, mama's workload is smack dab in the middle, kiddo. Of course, the workload of said homework varies by finger. One of them, under the command of the Capo de Capi, had been sent to fight in the front lines of war, while another was always absent due to the prescripts. Other nurse fathers would write replies to messages requesting their input on research and gallery management, while some simply did not let the other nurse fathers know. Alright. Silence descends upon the great empty house as soon as the child's mother leaves, her absence leaving a substantial void behind. Sad. The child, who could not for her life grow accustomed to the quiet, turned on the TV, played her favorite video games, and flipped through the pages of her treasured comic books. Perhaps it was because she had already gone through them all, or perhaps she had simply grown tired of them, but... Bruh, this is mad boring. Never thought I'd see the day Ishmael said bruh. Maybe I do need some fresh air. All the games, comic books, and the fixer videos that would normally have captured the child's attention. Stream down? No, I didn't drop any frames. I don't know if that was, your internet. Failed to give her even the slightest bit of enjoyment today. Well, Mama did say that I can go out and play today. The child turned the TV off with a dissatisfied pout before raking her eyes through the pages of her book. Her hand searched for her weapon, and once her grip found the blade, she smoothly jumped to her feet. So the Book of Vengeance. She then rushed out of her room, as though the sheer size of it had become an oppressive weight she could no longer bear alone. Little brother. Yeah, look, that's Mama Otis' foot. That chain. The vengeances listed in the book are shared among the members of the Middle, so sometimes the child would encounter these so-called brothers and sisters of the finger. Who's even on that? That looks like the hat of someone in H-Corp, doesn't it? For better or worse, most members of the Middle were completely unaware of who the child was or the organization she belonged to. But the chain of loyalty around her arms told them that she was, perhaps, one of them. Haven't seen you around before, you a newbie? This ain't the kind of vengeance you can cross out without backup. Why'd they send a new sister out here all on her own? By the time you'd become a big brother or a sister of the Middle, however, there were certain things that you could pick up without meaning to. They may come in the form of a warning written in fine print in the corner of the page, or rumors regarding a great sister who had forsworn the absolute loyalty to which every member of the Middle is expected to adhere. Wait a minute, are you great sister Otis's daughter? Oh, you know my mama? Yeah, I know of her. But first, let's hear who you're here for. What vengeance are you here to avenge? Soul Office. Not only are they behind on protection fees, but they also killed the middle sibling who went there to collect, so... Tisk. Guess we share the same target. Man, I thought I asked Sis to make sure that our targets won't overlap. Do you think I can join you? Aw, she just wants friends. Well, it's true you're part of the Middle, but you're not exactly family, so... Ooh. It was just as the big brother said, the child was, indeed, part of the Middle, but she wasn't a full member of the Syndicate. She was wearing the chains of loyalty, but was not granted the vengeance tattoos that the brothers and sisters shared, which meant she had no choice but to use the Middle-styled augmentation tattoo. Oh, okay. On top of that, she never received the title. She was sister to no one in the Middle. In any serious discussion of the child's affiliation, it would be more accurate to say she belonged to the House of Spiders, rather than the Middle. Still, the big brother needed to ensure the survival of his younger siblings and carry out the vengeance. And for that purpose, there were clear benefits to having someone of her strength join the fight. Middle's big brother decided to make an exception just for today. We'll let you come with us until we take care of this vengeance. But under one condition, you will not talk to, let alone discuss, the matters of your organization with my younger siblings. Okay. Here comes the fixers, right on time. Don't even bother checking the book for their punishment. Boys and girls, they killed one of us, and that's a crime that deserves nothing but the complete and total obliteration of their being. Get 'em! On it, big bro. With the child on their side, it wasn't long before the battle ended in the Middle's decisive victory. Each flourish of the child's blade cut cleanly through the mayhem of the brawl, quickly turning the tide of the battle. And the child's intimate knowledge of the fixer's techniques made quick work of their office. Rep, ending the battle with one of her blades slashing through the enemy leader's jugular. Huh, we totally owned them. Let's face it, I totally carried the team. Like it's playing Call of Duty. Guys? Oh, that's a job well done. Let's head back. But the siblings do not utter a word of acknowledgement for the child, whose placement among them was quite awkward. Led by their big brother, the middle crew hurried away, turning their backs on the child without giving her so much as a chance to bid them farewell. And they're gone. Oh man, I should have asked for an autograph before killing them. Mama's not going to be back for a few more hours. What else is there to do? I mean, it's not like there's anyone to hang with even if I go home. But there's literally nothing to do out here either. Screw it. Guess I'll head home. A few hours after arriving home... Princess, what are you doing out here on the couch? The child leaped up from the sofa at the sound of her nurse father's distinctive footsteps. Mama! I hope you've been behaving yourself while I was gone, kiddo. Here you go, the Fixer magazine you wanted. Woohoo! Eh? Fixer's monthly? Eh, got the whole damn shelf for you on my way home. There should be some comic books in there too. These magazines and comic books weren't exactly the kind that the child wanted. Some of them were even quite far from her tastes, but you're the best mom ever, Mama. The child nonetheless smiled happily, because Mama had purchased them just for her sake. That's what she believed, anyway. Oh, it's so sad. This idea has some really funny dialogue. You should check it out after the story. Alright. We can do that. Oh, I did want to look at the art to see if we could spot this. Yeah, that looks like the guys from H-Corp, doesn't it? Oh no, it's a little hard to tell. Yup, Ahab and Association. Is this supposed to be sync? This looks different. I can't. How do I have 600 blue tickets? What, is that a lot? I just do my dailies. Oh, I thought that was Queequeg. Is it not? You only have like 70? How? And then, yeah, this does look like a Liu Section 2 outfit. Not one, because one has the like frills or the fur on the end of the coat. Oh, dude, now that I'm looking at this, this looks more like Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat. Does he still have 4K yellow boxes? How the hell did you do that? What are you up to for Mirror Dungeon runs? I'm at 550. Pretty damn good. Upgrading the new IDs. I think I've been doing that too. I don't know, I kind of upgrade as needed.
미쳤다. 벌써 아침이야? 시간 가는 줄 모르고 다 봤네. 엄마 오실 때까지 좀 자야겠다. 밤새 24화까지 정주행했더니 피곤해.
24 episode marathon? Holy shit. That's like a whole 12 hours if it's 30-minute episodes. You know, to be fair, I did binge watch the hell out of To Be Hero X. Billy posted it like the entire first season for one weekend, so 24 episodes. So within 3 days, I watched all of that, and I gotta say that's one of the better animes I've seen in a while.
뭘 귀찮게 나가서 먹어.
She's just like me.
너초도 있고 컵라면도 있고.
Nachos.
토스피드 맛별로 다 있어.
Pop Tarts.
그건 먹고 나면 쓰레기니까 적당히 옆으로 밀어두고 앉아.
Is Pop Tarts trademarked? Oh, yeah, probably is, huh? That's so funny. All right, pop quiz chat. What is the best flavor of Pop Tart?
뭘 귀찮게 나가서 먹어. 방에 먹을 게 얼마나 많은데. 너초도 있고 컵라면도 있고. 토스피드 맛별로 다 있어. 그건 먹고 나면 쓰레기니까 적당히 옆으로 밀어두고 앉아.
Never eaten one? Yeah, they're definitely not good for you. The answer is brown cinnamon sugar tops everything easily. You never seen one? Yeah, like I said, they're not good for you, so your country is probably helping you out.
다른 형님 누님들이랑 다르게 엄마는 혼자 장부를 집행해야 해서 좀 늦게 들어와. 혼자 있을 때는
Fixer live stream.
똑같지. 해결사 방송 좀 보다가 엄마가 사준 만화책 좀 읽고 재밌어 보이는 기술 있으면 연습도 하고.
You think she was watching the live stream of the dude that got the fixer that got killed in Kanto 7?
해결사 졸라 좋아하지. 멋있는 해결사랑 죽을 때까지 치고받고 모가지 따는 것만큼 재밌는 게 없잖아. 심지어 협회에 소속되었는지 날개에 소속되었는지, 개인 사무소라면 어떤 공방과 제휴를 맺었는지, 기술적인 힘을 중시하는지 개인의 단련을 중시하는지에 따라 싸움법이나 장비도 다른 그.
Holy.
물어봤으면 끝까지 듣고 가.
By the way, what do you think about the teasers for next week? Yeah, I got those ready to bring up after we
훈련하느라 한 명은 봐야 할
go
것이
through
많아서
these.
한 명은 작품 만들어야 해서. 진짜 한 번만 읽어보라니까 어떻게 한 번도 말을 안 듣지? 넌 봤어?
How come no one's interested in peak fiction?
정의로운
That's what I say to people who don't give
말이 안
Limbus a try.
아니, 뭔 만화책에 그런 걸 따져.
She's a yapper. I like when Ishmael yaps.
도시에서 제일 강한 해결사? 그 시절 붉은 안개
The Red Mist mentioned.
쫓긴 노인이려나.
Indigo Elder? Yeah, I was gonna say the Jade Killin.
지크프리트가 이 논쟁에 끼는 건 좀 그렇지 않나? 지크프리트. 영상 보면 세 보이긴 한데. 그 정도인가? 도시에서 제일 강한 해결사? 벌써 죽어버리냐? 도시의 평화를 지키기 위해 건물 위를 뛰어다니는.
That's so cute. It's the fucking theme song.
오케이. 이럴 것 같아서 대기 타고 있었지. 5, 4, 3, 1 시작. 방금 기술 봤어? 디테일 진짜 장난 아니던데. 이렇게 하는 건가? 아니면 이렇게? 재밌겠는데?
So dope.
열라 열받죠?
No
이러면
way.
아무것도 못하죠.
You molding bro.
열나 열받죠? 이러면 아무것도 못하죠.
Alright, Ishmael's gonna get hit by Bald is awesome. One of these Walpurgises.
되겠냐고요. 제가 누구 딸인데 이런 걸 못하겠어요. 만화 책에선 이렇게 하면 된다고 했는데 왜 안 되지? 에이, 재미없다. 치사하게 도망이나 치고. 엄마 오기 전에 집에 가려고 했는데 괜히 늦었잖아. 이러면 오늘 인터뷰 영상은 DH협회 특집편까지밖에 못 볼
Ooh,
텐데.
interview series.
에이, 재미없다. 치사하게. 저기 해결사님들 너무 억울한 표정 짓지 마시죠. 당신들이 방심해서 진 게 아니라
I'm just
제가
that rad.
세서 이긴 거거든요. 이걸로 이번 월간 해결사들에 나온 주목해야 할 신진 해결사 사무소도 처리 끝났네. 분명 이렇게만 하면 다 이길 수 있다고 엄마가 그랬는데.
Bald is awesome ego for Ish, and it's our first ALF ego. Wonder what our first one is gonna be. 'Cause I think everybody's got WA egos now, right? Oh yeah, really cool tidbit about Arya's announcer. It changes through the years. Oh, that teen. I don't think I noticed that during part 3. Alright, what do we want to do? Mirror Dungeon? We'll do a quick Mirror Dungeon run with the Envy team. Probably just do counter spam and see how that goes. Oh yeah, we need to go over kit too. I mean, it's not like too intense. Basically, she's both a burn and bleed identity, but in order to access her burn stuff, you have to activate thermal blades. To activate it, you have to have 3+ envy resonance, and you gain 2 thermal blades next turn. And then combat start, this unit has thermal blades, gain envy resonance divided by 3 thermal blades at turn end, max 3. So you basically just want to be spamming that. And then when she has thermal blades active, you can see if target hit by base skills has burn, heal 3 sanity 2 times per turn, inflict burn when inflicting bleed with certain skill coins, turn end lose 1 stack. So like on her skill 1, the inflict 2 bleed would also apply the bleed and burn. She's also got the middle grudge. If target has vengeance marked, deal plus 20% damage, max stack 15. Middle styled augmentation tattoos, max stack 10. Final power plus 1 for base skills for every 5 stacks, max 2. Envy skills and blunt skills deal plus 5% damage for every stack, max 50%. So I think she's gonna be really strong in solo fights and like bosses for sure. So I'm excited to see how she does. Short hair Ishmael is so cursed. don't know. I actually don't mind it too much.
아비들도 매번 이런 식이야.
디테일 진짜 장난 아니던데.
지가 내 기대만 잘해줬지.
이렇게?
Oh, that hits. That's not even gonna hit her. Middle Ds are really good for single bosses. For wave enemies, they can't really get their buffs quickly. Nah, and they don't make good use out of the bonus damage and stuff too. Oh, I forgot about the IDs coming next week.
이제 실수에선 벗어나네.
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 공호대 같았어.
Yeah, being able to get their skill 3s basically every turn that they get hit is pretty damn strong.
놈에게 덤빈다라. 데카단스식 예술이라도 보여줄
So for the
셈인가?
ID teasers for next week, we got Big Bird Gregor. Which if you'll notice, his right hand, it's all teal. So obviously a Martin reference. And man, I'm really excited to see that. I'm maybe a little surprised that this didn't go to like Heathcliff, but yeah. Oh, he also says the line, "It's you, you are the beast of this forest." That's something Hohenheim says at the start of fighting Castillo. So that's a really cool reference. Yeah, Lantern Yi Sang is dead, RIP. And then we've got the Pinky Apprentice Sinclair. Which, man, how tragic is that? If Ryoshu's Kanto 9, like, big ID is going to be the Pinky Nurse Father, then this is pretty tragic, you know? Expecting Greg to get the Lucio ID. Yeah, I wonder who that's even gonna go to. I wasn't really expecting them to do Lobotomy Ego Gears this season. But I do always love seeing Hohenheim get more love. He is an amazing character. Very, very big fan of him. And then, yeah, I don't like seeing Sinclair say stuff like, "It seems my lowly self's usefulness has run its course here." Damn. Sword of mine is still soft and dull, unable to safeguard the fragile, delicate master I serve, or attain the uttermost height of the way of the blade. In the end, I have achieved nothing of worth. Also, I think it's going to be funny. This ID is going to be like a better version of his Blade Lineage ID. Like, they already look really similar. Okay, who do we think the other IDs are going to go to? Like, Radia just looks so much like Valencina. It's hard not to imagine her getting that ID right.
거슬리는 놈을 깔끔히 잘라냈고.
And then, yeah, who would they give Lucio to? Mersol?
엄마는 일하면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어.
무타 법을 이제야 좀 이해했군.
But are the IDs coming today? No, they'll be next week. Was Blade Lineage Sync ever good?
복잡하게 엉킨 문제는
No, not
시작과
really.
끝을 찾아야 풀어질 테지.
I mean, back in the day, his skill 3 rolling
차라리
or
형체도
flipping
남지
so
않게
high
잘라버려.
was very useful. That's about it, to be honest.
대가리 딱 떼고
Wish we got it today. No, we got middle Ishmael in the dispenser today. Dude, her animations are so freaking cool.
저자 보기 좋게 거미줄에 걸렸구나.
Really like how quick she is. Coming for the Gregor banner because you still only have base Gregor. And you just want him.
그만큼 못하지만
보기 좋게 거미줄에 걸렸거든.
Which are the best? Edgar family heir Gregor. He's good alone wise. Yeah, he's got decent rolls. Pretty good damage. Some of the faster animations in the game.
이거 건강 맞지?
바이올렛 브레이크 슬램.
Man, I've always loved the what would you call that? Oh, the blade trails when she's swinging her weapons, the fire mixed in with that purple hue of the middle.
좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
온, 올. 하지만 슬슬 물리는군. 근처에 융수염이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나? 있군. 그럼 오늘 림컴버 회식 메뉴는 수박을 곁들인 융수염 과자로
이런 걸
결정하지.
못하겠어요.
하나씩 차근차근 그어서 되갚아보죠.
I think this Ishmael is underrated.
이루어질 수 없는 희망도 추락해 흔적조차 남지
Oh, her
않은
voice
희망도
changes.
모두 나의 바람이었듯이 저기 건넨 도움 또한 도움일 테지.
Oh, that's so cool.
보자 너.
이제 수에선 벗어났나?
얼마나지?
완전 삼촌들이랑 고모대 같았어.
Dude, Araya.
분조
재밌겠는데?
역시 모가지를 분질러야 돼.
It still hurts, man.
이거 건강 맞지?
바이올렛 브레이크 슬램.
엄마는 우리라면
She seems to do pretty decent damage. Figure grip plus all moment goes crazy. Very true. Okay, this season's gonna have a bunch of different status effects to
엄마와 함께
it.
이곳저곳을 다니며 많은 기억을 쌓아줘. 언젠가 그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에
The Sinking's gonna get a pretty
데려갈 수
big,
있게.
or get some more stuff too. Especially if, oh yeah, the Index Nurse Father has already been confirmed for Yasang.
이거 건강 맞지?
Yeah, dude, just free skill 3s is nuts.
우와, 완전 삼촌들이랑 고모대 같았어.
Just gotta see how their HP holds out.
한줄 긋지.
이것이 수에선 벗어났나? 모분조토
나도 녹이면서 뵐 수 있고.
역시 모가지를 분질러야
Apprentice.
조용해지는군. 저 도야지 같은 새끼들은.
You know, this is basically just playing Candy Crush, right? Matching the colors.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그분이 제일 태어난 게 검이었고.
You think the new Gregor is sinking?
좋게 찾아졌지.
He wasn't with the Hohenheim in Kanto 9. He was like burn aggro. Oh, which I had a question about that too.
지금처럼 엄마와 함께
So,
이곳저곳을 다니며
If Big Bird is getting a lobotomy ego,
그
you think
중에서 가장 멋진
the
곳에
ego gear
나를
exists
데려갈
for
수 있게.
the other birds? And that we potentially have an apocalypse bird in our future? I think if we got like a Justicia ego gear, I'd probably give that to Radia. That seems to fit. I don't know who Punishing Bird would go to.
원치 않게 받은 선물도 도움이 될 때가 있지. 엄마와 같은 서적은 가는데. 네,
한줄 긋지.
Damn.
수에선 벗어났나?
맞추기 쉽군.
저자
나만큼은 못하지만
보기 좋게 거미줄에 걸렸군.
우와, 지금 완전 사촌들이랑 공호대 같았어.
가까워진다.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘
장부에서
다뤘어.
So you know about ear flags? No clue.
뛰어난 게 검이었어.
발렛 브레이크 슬램.
파퍼를 좀
제가
위해
탔군.
Correctly wall against them.
어릴 땐 몰랐어. 왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지.
What else did I talk about? Oh, the director live
손가락
stream.
안에서도 내로라 하는 실력자들이었을
So,
거야.
what do you guys think about a new game mode being an auto battler?
더 대단한 기술을 매번 엄마에게 가르쳐줬거든.
So I'm gonna be honest, not very excited about that. Auto battle sounds peak. Man, I don't know if it's one of those things where I just don't have any like experience playing good auto battlers,
발렛 브레이크.
and they always seem to be like secondary game modes in other games, you know. Like Zenless had one with their bang boos, and I thought that was pretty boring.
한줄 긋지.
Not a big fan. I think League of Legends has one that I know has been pretty big, and I just can't.
좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
모분조토
부서줄 테다.
역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용해지는군.
좋아.
저
장부에서
도야지 같은 새끼들은.
느려졌네 저거.
You're saying Earfats honestly has better fight scenes than most modern media?
이러면 아마 되겠냐고요.
What is that? Is that like a TV show or like a YouTube series?
조토. 역시
Or is this one of those traps where I look it up and
저 도야지 같은 새끼.
I get jump scared by something?
보자 너.
What? This can't be right. Can Wrench deal 10,000 damage in 3 minutes? Is that what you're talking about?
얼얼하지.
since it's only a concept for now and we don't know anything about it, can't really give your opinion. I don't know, the way he talked about it on stream, it kind of seemed like he wanted a roguelike mode that wasn't like the roguelike mode we have now. Oh shit, what is that?
박수갈치는 언제 보낼 생각이지?
What the fuck was that? Wait, you guys heard that like guitar riff too, right? Where did that come from?
재밌겠는데?
Was that one of the voice lines? Fucking jump scared the hell out of me.
몰라 열받죠. 이러면 아무것도 못하죠.
Yeah, I like her mix of punching and slashing. Very fresh. Some might even say rad.
지루하고. 하지만 이런 시시한 전투에도 긴장감을 불어넣기 비장의 하나
What else did the director say during his...
엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을 다니며
박수갈치는 언제
많은
보낼
기억을
생각이지?
쌓아줘. 언젠가 그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에
Wait, yeah, am I
나를
crazy?
데려갈 수 있게.
Where the fuck is that coming from? I'm gonna have to go through her voice lines, aren't I? Because that's actually jump scaring me, and I don't know if it's something on my computer.
엄마가 검을 들고 나갈 때마다 내가 정말 두려웠던 건 엄마가 돌아오지 않는 거였어. 너희는 어떠려나? 무사히 돌아올까?
You're Ishmael good for burn? Should you not waste your lunacy? Just get into the mirror dungeon and mine crates. I wouldn't try to pull, no.
요료슈쿠! 엄마가 만반잘부는 싫다고 해서 내가 만들어준 인사말이야.
Sure is nice to meet you.
요료슈쿠!
고작 여기서 죽으려고 거미집을 나간 거
Maria
아니잖아.
does play the guitar, it might be her. Okay, so you guys were hearing that too, right?
정말 이게 전부야? 그 헤집어진 기억에 남은 감정이 진짜라면 이런 곳에서 꼴사납게 죽지 말아야지.
지금처럼 엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을 다니며 많은 기억을 쌓아줘. 언젠가 그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에 나를 데려갈 수 있게. 괜찮아. 다시 하면 되지.
Oh, she's so nice.
고작 이런 걸로 길이 끊어졌다고 생각하니? 아니, 너희의 흐름은 연결된 끈은
Burn
너희가
Cantho is kind of
생각한
rubbish.
것보다 더 질길 거란다.
Yeah, egg on my face. I was really wrong about that. We've had more sinking than anything.
아마도 이런 날이었을 거야. 나보다 먼저 엄마가 집에 돌아오는 날. 학교 마치고 집에 돌아왔을 때 문 너머에서 엄마의 발소리가 들리면 그 울림에 신이 나곤 했지.
일찍 끝나겠구나. 이런 걸 보면 단축의 예술은 끝을 알 수 없던 엄마가 선택한 최선의 방법이었을지도 모르겠어. 거미집에서의 생활도 내가 겪어야 했을 기다림도 모두 짧게 끊어내고 싶었을 테니 끊어지진 않았구나. 얽히고 엉켜 꼬여있을 뿐. 이어갈 실마리는 여전히 너희가 붙잡고 있으니.
You know, for the like entire weekend after Kanto 9 Part 3, My chest physically hurt.
포기하려고?
It's kind of freaking me
그러지
out.
마. 쉽게 놓아버리면 언젠가 반드시 후회하는 날이 찾아온대.
엄마가 매번 이상하게 줄여 말하던 그 상황이네. 만단지에 너희
Hey, you've all been halved, do we?
반토막 났어. 엄마가 매번 끊어지진 않았구나. 지금 하려던 거 확실해? 또 뭔가 잊은 건 아니고? 이 지긋지긋한 공간에 더 있고 싶은 게 아니라면 제대로 끝을 내.
Gentle, kind
미련조차
voice, you
남지
hear
않을
that?
만큼
No, I'm talking about
확실하게.
the guitar.
복잡하게 엉킨 문제는 시작과 끝을 찾아야 풀어질 테지. 그럴 수 없다면 차라리 형체도 남지 않게 잘라버려.
저기 보여? 아무리 봐도 엄청 위험해 보이는데. 아, 내가 숨을 곳 알려줄까? 우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 고모들 같았어. 어릴 땐 몰랐어. 왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지. 그 외부 강사들, 손가락 안에서도 내로라 하는 실력자들이었을 거야. 너희가 보여준 혹은 더 대단한 기술을 매번 엄마에게 가르쳐줬거든.
Remember that after part 3 you were like, do not realize your full potential, man. Okay, so Hohenheim and I'm guessing the rest of LCA, including like Virgil and Faust, know what's going on with Gregor.
자신만만하게 달려가더니 근자감이었던 거야?
Oh no, she learned YOLO.
할 말 아니야. 방금 건 모른 척 해줄게.
You know you know.
원치 않게 받은 선물도 도움이 될 때가 있지. 엄마와 같은 색으로 갈아 끼워진 내 의안처럼.
Oh, her eyes,
원치 않게 받은 선물도 도움이 될 때가 있지.
her prosthetic eyes were forced upon
엄마와
her.
같은 색으로 갈아
Interesting.
끼워진 이루어질 수 없는 희망도 추락해 흔적조차 남지 않은 희망도 모두 나의 바람이었듯이 질긴 것이 들러붙었구나. 끊어내는 법은 알고 있겠지?
누가 화났을 땐 이렇게 숨소리도 내지 말고 숨어 있어야 해.
Buffed enemies.
저자, 보기 좋게 거미줄에 걸렸구나. 너희가 걸어야 할 수라의 길은 여전히 그 끝이 보이지 않을 만큼 멀고 또 멀구나.
Yeah, I'm really curious what the fallout of Gregor's transformation is gonna be. Like, Radia and Heathcliff, there's no way they're ever calling him a bug again. And Radia has always been really bad about that ever since Canto 1.
너희에게 꽃을
Making the
달아준다면
bug
피아노가
puns.
어울리겠어. 가장 새빨간 지옥색의 피아노와.
이럴 때는 지몸미라고 하는 거야.
지켜주지 못해 미안하다는 말만큼 공허한 말도 없을 거야. 그 말은 결국 지켜내지 못했다는 뜻이거든.
You thought the guitar was like a notification sound? No, there is nothing on my PC. Like, I have no freaking clue. The only thing I can think of is that it's from this announcer.
보이지도 잡히지도 않겠지만
But it is freaking me
그
out.
사슬로 이어져 있는 한 너희의 시간은 사라지지 않을 테지. 어중간한 연민이 이런 불필요한 고통을 가져오는 거야. 목숨을 거두려 했다면 머리를 베었어야지. 조각조각 형체도 남지 않았네. 난도질당한 저 조각난 것처럼 잊어도 되는 하찮은 기억인 줄 알았지. 소중한 기억이 사라진다는 걸 알았다면 이 원망도
Really wonder if they told each other about what happened. Both the stuff with Sinclair and oh yeah, Sinclair too. Basically being a color.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이었고.
자세에 틀림은 없구나.
이해해. 이런 건 학교에서 안 가르쳐 주잖아.
아무리 가르쳐줘도 매번 이상하게 줄여 말하더니 더 심해졌네.
아이 참, 그렇게 하는 거 아니라니까.
그렇게 하는 거 아니라니까.
What the hell? Is it not her? I guess we'll keep mirror dungeoning and try to figure it out. You know, chat, there is nothing on my PC that could possibly
모델 45-3
be making that noise.
전투 준비 완료.
하지만 그래봤자 거야. 재밌겠는데?
You don't understand anything y'all are talking about? Try not to spoil yourself. I am gonna be talking about some pretty deep stuff with Kanto 9 after Mirror Dungeon.
아비들도 매번 이런 식이었다. 지가 내킬 때만 잘해줬지.
차 부숴줄 테다.
If it's part of the OST, I don't think so.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어.
이거 공감 맞지?
그중에 뛰어난 게 범이야.
바이올렛 브레이크 슬램!
Starting to hear her voice.
모분조토.
I do feel like I'm
역시 모가지를
going a little
분출해야
insane
조용해지는
lately.
저 도야지 같은 새끼들은.
보자 너.
But this has been a really weird year.
지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 공호대 같았어.
I got that guy like barely bonks Sinclair and he fucking
모분조.
punches the hell out of him.
역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용해지는 거.
Oh, he turned that guy into paste.
장부에서
Thankfully you got the memory equivalent of a goldfish.
바이올렛.
You know, this came up when I was playing Arknight's Enfield. The idea of memories and stuff and like nostalgia,
가까워진다.
which I get the sense this entire year is gonna be nothing but like nostalgia stuff.
좋아.
But I was going through some of my like really old toys and stuff, and like I don't remember
언젠가
pretty much anything from
나를 데려갈 수 있게.
when I was young. But I have all these old Transformers and stuff, and it was weird just like holding them in my hands. I feel like I didn't have any specific memories, but there's like a just a feeling of like familiarity to it that I thought was just so bizarre.
재밌겠는데?
And mind you, it's not like I had a traumatic childhood or nothing. It's literally just, I don't know. I think the military, if I'm being honest, the whole process of breaking you down and building you back up actually works.
원치 않게 받은 선물도 도움이 될 때가 있으면서 될 수 있거든. 엄마와 같은 세계로 갈아 끼웠지. 양처럼.
이거 공감 맞지? 바이올렛 브레이크.
Really weird year, we're just 28 days in. Hell, that's what I'm saying.
공호대 같았어.
내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘
Dude,
다뤘어.
I am so weirded out. I don't know what was causing that noise, but it hasn't happened. Is it because I talked about it?
보자 너. 얼얼하지.
Is this one of those weird scenarios? Like, if you try to observe an electron, you can?
한줄 긋지.
I got sidetracked. I think I was trying to talk about something else too.
모분조토.
Oops.
역시 모가지를 분질러야
차
조용해지는 거.
부숴줄 테다.
That's like unk behavior. I'm not even that old. (2077) gonna be your year. You already screwed this year up.
왜 엄마가
Yeah, that's me.
삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게
That's what every unk says.
너희가
I guess I don't even know what classifies old. They probably say that too, huh? Although even when I was a teen, I always felt like I was older, you know,
어릴 땐
by about 10
몰랐어.
years.
딱 때도
왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지.
내가 알아서 처리.
지금처럼 엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을 다니며 많은 기억을 쌓아줘. 언젠가 그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에 나를 데려갈 수 있게.
That guitar riff has not happened. I'm actually so weirded out. Nowadays, anyone born before 2000s is old? Alright, well, they caught me. It's kind of crazy to think.
하나씩 차근차근 그어서 되갚아보죠.
Who do you guys think is gonna get the Callisto and Albina
누가
IDs?
화났을 땐 이렇게 숨소리도 내지 말고 숨어 있어야 해.
대가리 딱 때도.
I think Yiseng's already getting the Index Nurse Father.
제 행위.
Dumb Nurse Father for Radia.
지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 공원에
I don't know, Gregor getting like a Hohenheim ID kind of throws a wrench into my thoughts. Faust Albina, Honglu Callisto.
지가 내킬 때만 잘해줬지.
Honglu, huh? Albina Honglu would be pretty interesting too.
어릴 땐 몰랐어. 왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지.
Would probably kill.
외부 강사들. 손가락 안에서
Did you notice that base ratio got our spriting tags changed? Yeah, we went over that during part 3 at the end. I had to check that. Also, her ego voice line changed too. Her base ego.
지금처럼 엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을 다니며 많은 기억을 쌓아줘.
Dude, this is actually
그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에
weirding me out. Where, what the hell was with the guitar riff? It's just gone now. Is it a Ryoshu voice line?
4, 3,
Hey, now that you mentioned the guitar cut shy or something, I just have no idea. I'm freaked out though.
하지만 그래 봤자 대거 딱거
이거 공감 맞지? 필살! 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램!
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 고모대 같았어.
Oh yeah, you know what's really funny about Arknight's Enfield? They got a Lavatane as a character in Enfield.
잘 다뤘어.
They literally put Matthias's sword of Legends, in Enfield.
아비들도 매번 이런 식이었다.
Which that's part of the reason why I'm playing Enfield, is I'm holding out a lot of hope that the Limbus Arknights collab ends up going to Enfield in the future. My hard cope. Could you imagine 3D Ishmael?
장부에서
분조토
지금처럼
역시
엄마와 함께
모가지를
이곳저곳을
분질러야
다니며
조용해지는군.
많은
저
기억을
도야지
쌓아줘.
같은 새끼들은.
언젠가
Have multiple voice lines always been able to play over each other like that?
수 있게.
칠면조 다 식겠네.
You're being haunted by the guitar ghost?
하지만 그래봤자 거다.
Dude, part of me feels like you guys know. You're in on it.
얼얼하지?
The paranoia grows.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드려.
얼마만큼은 못하지만
And there's nothing, like, no programs open on my PC.
남지 않은 힘 모두 나의 바람이었듯. 공격범위 확인. 적이 건넨 도움 또한 도움일 테지.
이거 공감 맞지? 필살! 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램!
She's from OG Arknights and her name used to be Surtur. Yeah, they explained all that, why it's not anymore.
내가 알아서 처리. 무타법을
Well, Link, since you're like an OG Arknights player, what do you think of the story for Enfield so far?
내가 봐주마.
좋아. 장부에
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 고모대 같았어.
There's been a lot of different discourse, but if it's your cursed bop, it hasn't gone off since the last time I talked about it, and that was in what, late July?
잘 다뤘어.
Oh, and you know the funny thing too,
제일 뛰어난 게
I was cleaning out my pantry and I found the like instructions manual for it, so I reunited that with the Boppet,
공격범위 확인.
hopefully putting it at peace.
저기 있습니다.
You know what? That would actually be so fucking funny. The Boppet starts doing guitar riffs instead. That would throw me for a loop.
기적했던 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다.
Holy shit, that'd be scary.
제가 탔군.
It was a Boppet that always wanted to be an instrument.
슬슬 물리는군. 근처에 융수염이라는
And now it is.
벙커를 파는 곳 있나? 있군. 기다려라. 그럼 오늘 림컨버 회식 먹이를 먹여주지. 수박을
I
곁들인
distinctly remember a
융수염
couple
과자를
nights ago he had a dream where he got an identity called Miku Bat for Heathcliff, and it was just Miku with a baseball bat.
하지만 그래봤자 거다.
The collab we never knew we wanted. Yeah, recall anything else from that dream. Yeah, that came up a lot in Arknights too. I don't remember the last time I had a dream. Although I think I've read before that whenever you sleep, you dream. It's just a matter of whether or not you remember it when you wake up.
제 행. 그렇군. 무상. 자세에 틀림은 없지.
엄마만큼은 못하지만
일찍 끝나게
또 녹이면서 뵐 수 있고
이런 걸 보면
It's the barrel.
감축의 예술. 끝을 알 수 없던 엄마가 선택한 최선의 방법이었을지도 모르겠어.
You blocked any Enfield content from YouTube?
뭐
Wait, why?
짧게 끊어내고
Are you trying not to
싶었어.
spoil yourself? Or do you just hate it?
차 부숴줄 테다.
Or if there's a group of bugs chilling in your computer trying to make music?
이제야 좀 이해했고.
I mean, if there were bugs in my computer, they probably would have gotten
엄마는 무기라는 걸
smoked out while I was playing Enfield yesterday.
엄마와 함께
Dude, for
이곳저곳을
whatever
다니며
reason,
많은 기억을
there was just
쌓아줘.
one story segment in Enfield where my PC fans
그중에서
kicked
가장
on
멋진 곳에
really
나를
high
데려갈 수 있게.
and it shot out a bunch of dust. So when I woke up this morning, I just had the fresh layer of dust on fucking everything. So whenever it gets warm, I'm gonna have to blow out my PC.
몸을 풀어두죠.
마음 둘 안.
Entire salary for a Miku collab. Oh yeah, you were Miku for Halloween.
대가리 딱
That would be crazy. Do you think that would attract the wrong kind of people to Limbus though? Who am I kidding? I love the chaos. Just get everybody. Everybody should play Project Moon.
먹기 좋게 차려졌지 않나. 그대로
못하지만
Basically, dreams are usually.
손가락
Let's skip
하나
something.
까딱하지 마.
Okay. Basically, dreams are usually the way to test your senses while you're out, you think? But the way I've always read it is that, dreams are kind of like your brain cycling through the day. And, like, trying to rearrange memories and stuff.
대답하지 마.
I don't know, man. Nobody ever agrees about what dreaming is scientifically, metaphysically, none of it. Nobody ever agrees about it. It's one of the weirdest things about being human. Or actually, no, even animals seem to dream too.
이제 싱크에선 벗어났나?
Like, I know if my cat gets really deep into his dream, he'll start twitching, like his entire body.
아마도 이런 날이었을 거야. 나보다 먼저 엄마가 집에 돌아오는 날. 학교 마치고 집에 돌아왔을 때 문 너머에서 엄마의 발소리가 들리면
대답하지 마.
그 울림에 신이 나곤
대답했습니다.
You had some really strange dreams lately. Albine and Ren even appeared in one of them.
슬슬 물리는군.
What the hell?
근처에 융수염이라는 군.
That's because when you want to watch any
광고도
Arknights content, all that appears is Enfield, which is annoying.
있군. 그럼 오늘
There's so many
링
channels that are like
컴보
Enfield this,
회신님은
Enfield that. Usually
수도를
content baits
터뜨린
become
융수염
annoying.
과자로 결정하지.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird discourse about whether the game is good or bad or how greedy it is, which, no, I mean, it's kind of run of the mill, I'd say. Also, people getting filtered by the factory stuff is so fucking funny.
몸을 풀어두죠.
Because the game handholds you so much.
네가 화났을 땐 이렇게 숨소리도 내지 말고 숨어 있어야 해. 공격범이
I don't think I've ever played a game that's held my hand so tightly. It kind of hurts. That's a strong grip.
원치 않게 받은 선물도 도움이 될 때가 있으면서 뵐수 있거든. 엄마와 같은 색으로 대가리와 딱 떼도 내 의안처럼.
The equivalent to cop for your PC. Actually true. That's a really good way to put it.
발렛 브레이크 슬램.
엄마는 무시라면 뭐든 대단했어. 요즘 제일 뛰어난 건 엄마.
But the fans need to be turned on because it's just how far the music was.
그대로 어른.
Enfield music,
땡하기 전까지
incredibly
손가락
good.
하나 까딱하지 마.
ooh. She's charging up.
얼마나지?
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 보고대 같았어.
이제야 좀 이해.
Oh yeah, isn't there something like they can only do their skill 3?
봤어?
왜
디테일 진짜
엄마가
장난 아니던데.
삼촌들이랑 말도
이렇게
못
하는
섞게 했는지.
이렇게?
그 외부 강사들
Like one time?
손가락 안에서도 내로라 하는
Or
실력자들이었을
does she
거야.
not get that?
너희가 보여준 혹은 더 대단한 기술을 매번 엄마에게 가르쳐줬거든.
Oh, guess she doesn't.
차 부숴줄 테다.
Who doesn't want to watch the 16-year-old pop star beat up Eldritch monstrosities?
알아서 벗어났나?
That or just literally anything the city has to offer.
왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지. 그 외부 강사들
Dude, Project Moon's world is just too
손가락
good.
안에서도 내로라 하는 실력자들이었을 거야.
보자 너.
너희가 보여준
Elaborate on your dream. In it, a robot died, killed in an unclear way,
엄마에게 가르쳐줄 거야.
and you were accused for that crime, so you went to seek help from Albina and Ren. You went to an actual robot,
우리는 아무것도 못하죠.
and someone who's basically a robot?
배가 봤습니다.
I feel like that wouldn't help your
그 정도
case.
각오로 우리 시간 심장 멈췄군.
어릴 땐 몰랐어. 왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지.
Man, I'm just
되겠냐고요.
지금처럼 엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을 다니며 많은 기억을 쌓아줘. 언젠가 그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에 나를 데려갈 수 있게.
가자. 죽이러.
I really just can't get over where the hell that guitar riff stuff comes from. I had like all this stuff planned to talk about, and now I'm just trying to listen for it.
숨어 있어야 해.
대가리 딱 떼도 이제 수에선 벗어났나?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
나만큼은 못하지만
Another robot vouched for you, it might have helped you.
보내건 이런 식이었다.
I guess that's a good point.
익힐 때만 잘해줬지.
재밌겠는데?
She's the one that's crazy. 3 paralyzed.
바이올렛 브레이크 슬램!
Yeah, I feel like I got super sidetracked from what I was trying to talk about. Was it something about the director's live stream? Oh yeah, something else from that live stream too. I guess all of the flavor text that we see in Kanto 9 was written by him. And he said something along the lines of being super burned out after the release. And that he's gonna take like a week break. You know, conveniently in time for Enfield's release, by the way. Which we know the director is a big Arknights fan.
우와, 지금
So I thought that was really funny.
고모대 같았어. 엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이었고.
대답하주마.
저기 있습니다.
What else? Oh, that live stream. He also talked about how for Kanto 9 he delegated a lot of work to like various team leaders and stuff in his company, and that everything worked out really well. So that's a huge sign of growth from him.
어릴 땐 몰랐어.
Because he said before that he's been very apprehensive
삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지.
towards doing things like that and kind of trying to micromanage, which obviously takes a lot of time away from other things he could be focusing on.
대단한 기술을 넌 엄마에게 가르쳐줬어.
대답했습니다.
There's a lot of flavor text. No wonder he's tired. Yeah, and like I said at the beginning, I was told that I missed some stuff for Lucio and Rien, so we'll go back and check those fights.
쌓아줘. 언젠가 그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에 나를
I
데려갈
missed
수
2
있게.
nodes.
제가 누구 딸인데 이런 걸 못하겠어요.
Wonder how an NV team would do against Rien.
풀어두죠.
You probably just die, right?
퍼즐은 풀어봤나? 순차하면 어렵지 않은 간단한 문제다. 시태를 죽어라 굴리다 보면 답이 나올 테지.
Was she weak against
디테일
Gears?
진짜 장난 아니던데. 이렇게 하는 건가? 아니면 이렇게?
대가리 딱 떼고.
Yeah, every single weapon that Rien used also had some really interesting info. Yeah, apparently he has it twice for his phase 1 and then his phase 2, which is why we have to go back and check. Because I think I missed the phase 2 stuff.
이제 싱 수에선 벗어났나?
Okay, how do you guys feel about the flavor text being used to show lore? I really like it. Although I will say, as a streamer, it is an insane amount of reading to do.
하지만 나도 녹이면서
But wholly worth
이런
it.
식이었다. 지금 내킬 때만 잘해줬지.
내가 봐주마.
이거 공감 맞지? 야! 필살! 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램!
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 공허대 같았어.
You're curious, how come whenever you watch other people play, they almost never use ego?
엄마는 무기라면 뭐?
So for me, I think I have the mindset to where I don't use ego unless I have to. Like, it's a resource management. That's kind of where I come from. Also sometimes the animations can be a bit long.
얼얼하지?
모, 분, 조, 토.
Usually just forget they can use ego and FOMO.
저 도야지 같은 새끼들은.
I think for some fights, maybe they could be sped up if I used ego, but I'm kind of ingrained in my ways at this point.
보자 너.
항상 지켜보고 있었지.
Liver text for lore is really nice.
자세에 틀림은 없고.
Currently doing a mirror dungeon with the Blood Paint team. How are you using mid-mail
얼얼하지?
as a bleed ID? Dude, her skill 2 might actually be cooler looking than her skill 3. She like mixes in a lot of punches with slashes. Look really
역시
nice.
모가지를 분질러야 조용해지는군. 저 도야지 같은 새끼들은.
He's just not killing them, huh?
대가리 딱 떼고.
Oh, you don't have mid-mail. You don't got the shards? Oh, somebody hasn't been in the mines.
얼얼하지?
You see the new IDs coming and can't wait to get Pinky Apprentice Sinclair. Yeah, I talked about him earlier. I'm really excited. Did you notice the teal hand on the Gregor ID?
어릴 땐 몰랐어. 왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지.
I'm really curious what that mirror world
손가락 안에서도
is
네로라는
like
실력자들이었을 거야.
with all the sinners as nurse fathers.
혹은 더 대단한 기술을 매번 엄마에게 가르쳐줬거든.
Really just makes you thankful for the parents you do have, you know?
보자 너.
You guys have a particular nurse father you're looking forward to? I'm gonna be insanely biased and say the Index nurse father. Rienne is easily the best character from Kanto 9. Hohenheim's close, very close. And Ryoshu, of course.
난 그들과 엄마의 기억처럼.
And you gotta remember, that's only Roland number 2.
어릴 땐 몰랐어.
Imagine when we get
왜
Roland
엄마가
3.0
삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지.
sometime in the future.
그 외부
Surely.
강사들 손가락 안에서도 내로라 하는 실력자들이었을 거야. 너희가 보여준 혹은 더 대단한 기술을 매번 엄마에게 가르쳐줬거든.
Oh yeah, I've been giving myself karma. Oops.
참 서줄 테다.
You need Furioso 2.0.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를
Dude.
거느렵니다.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be amazing. Also, it'll be the first like scythe weapon we've had in the entire game too. Since they skipped out on Farm Watch. Rightfully so, though. Real life Dong Rang was a piece of shit. You got super lucky with Index Dawn. Only had her at a 10 pull for middle-ish. She had to do 300 and buy her?
잘 봐라.
Wait, what? Why are you pulling on dispense IDs? You got a case of FOMO? Pulled for middle-ish last week? Yeah, that's what I meant. He's like, why didn't you wait? See, I just can't bring myself to do that with gachas. I know the psychology behind all of it too well, that it just doesn't catch me.
제 행위군. 그렇다면 무상.
You just wanted Fishmael. I understand. Yeah, the pull is weird. Yeah, when it comes time to get like the nurse fathers and stuff, ah man,
어릴 땐 몰랐어.
that's gonna be tough
왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못
to resist
섞게
pulling for them.
그 외부 강사들 손가락 안에서도 내로라 하는 실력자들이었을 거야.
장부에서 삭제.
너희가 보여준
하지만
혹은 더
슬슬
대단한
몰리는군.
기술을 매번 엄마에게
근처에
가르쳐줬거든.
융수염이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나?
But you know, we have to think about Walpurgis too.
그럼 오늘 컴버 회식
I had this thought. I haven't been able to double check this, so maybe you guys remember. But was there something said about Walpurgis IDs being able to be pulled from both the past and the future? I don't remember if it's future, but if they can be pulled from the future, then there's a possibility we get like Smoke War 2 IDs popping up in Walpurgis. I kind of want to keep my lunacy in case that happens. You want the Pinky Nurse Father, though? If it does end up being Ryoshu, who's gonna be the... Who's, like, the child at that point? I wonder how they're gonna do all that. But yeah, in terms of animations, the Pinky Nurse Father is going to be probably the coolest. I'm a very big fan of the afterimage effect.
흔적조차 남지 않은 희망도 모두 나의 바람이었듯이 저기 걷는 도움 또한 도움일 테지.
보자 너.
이거 긴강 맞지?
Friend really wants the Thumb Nurse Father ID.
브레이크 슬램! 무다 법을 이제야 좀 이해했고.
Do you think Kira will join Limbus? Maybe in the same department as the Distortion Detective crew? I mean, she got halved. I don't know. Don't you think that'd bring too much heat to the Distortion Detective crew? Because that'd be like a runaway middle member that they'd have to protect.
차 부숴줄 테다.
You know, it would be really cool. I do like Kira as a character, just how wacky she is.
그게 바로 만탄지예다.
I think seeing character growth from somebody who was, you know, so...
저 조각난 것처럼 잊어도 되는 하찮은 기억인
How
줄
would I
알았지.
describe her relationship with Matthias?
소중한 기억이 사라진다는 걸 알았다. 이 원망도 좀 덜했을 텐데.
차 부숴줄 테다.
I don't know, it seems like she really cared for him. And then to just be discarded like that, I think seeing character growth after that point would be well worth it. So I do hope she joins the crew and we get to see her again. Did a middle-ish story tell that she wasn't really a middle member? Yeah, but I can't imagine them letting her go. Like that. Well, I guess she doesn't really have the same tattoos. Because I remember in her Queequeg, when she was leaving the middle, they told her she had to cut out all of her tattoos. Kira doesn't really have that. So I don't know, maybe they would just let her go, if that's the case. Okay, let's do sweeping time.
더 어려운 것 없나? 본인이 나서지.
Thing is that Walpurgis is supposed to be kind of like the nostalgia banner, so future ID would be kind of weird. Well, they showed... I don't know, man. I think that would be really hype. The issue would be... that it might spoil people for
내가 봐주마.
like Kanto 9.
이거 공감 맞지?
But I mean, IDs already kind of do that, so I don't know.
브레이크 슬램!
I really like the idea of getting Smoke War IDs though.
얼마나지?
Or even like other, not just like Smoke War 2, but other possibilities that the city could face.
아비들도 매번 이런 식이었다.
I think that's a really interesting concept.
귓대는 잘해줬지.
차 부숴줄 테다.
출력 최대치. 이해해.
Literally excluded, so you doubt they'd even care that much. I don't know, I feel like maybe it's different. I don't know, like the way they view it, it's different if they're the ones doing the excluding, but if someone were to actually
네, 뭐
try and walk away, then that's different.
내려라 모자리들 이라는 뜻이다. 왜 그런 표정으로
부숴줄
쳐다보는 거지? 설마 내가 그 노신나 이 기돈 홍치 온순해졌을 것 같기도 해.
Wonder if we'll get negative coin IDs soon. Because what's the last ID that had those? The first one that comes to mind is Lantern Yisang.
어중간한 연민이 이런 불필요한 고통을 가져오는 거야. 목숨을 거두려 했다면 머리를 베었어야지.
가세! 이거 공감 맞지? 필살! 발렛 브레이크 슬램!
It's been a while for a negative coin ID. Even then, when getting Smoke War 2 ID is also just spoiled for us. Well, it depends on if it's an actual future that we're gonna face, which it seems like it would be post Limbus company. If there was a Smoke War 2.
공격범 확인.
Because the way that Sinclair talked, you know, a certain Sinclair, he talked as if once Limbus's journey was over, they all just kind of split.
기좋게 차려졌지 않나.
우와, 지금 완전 사촌들이랑 공호대 같았어.
내가 봤습니다.
어릴 땐 몰랐어.
Which that's sad to think about.
왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지. 공격 범위 확인. 그 외부 강사들.
Wasn't the last negative coin the magical girls?
실력자들이었을 거야.
Oh yeah.
혹은 더 대단한 기술을 매번 엉켜야겠다.
Yeah, when they're in their negative sanity. True.
이거 공감 맞지? 필살! 발렛 브레이크 슬램!
지금이다. 해골 바가지 거미 대가리. 이제 싱수에선 벗어났나? 모분조도 역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용해지는군. 저 도야지 같은 새끼들.
내가 봐주마.
잘했습니다.
이거 공감 맞지? 필살! 발렛 브레이크 슬램!
왜 팔 휘적 유령이라도 삼는 중인가?
Are you trying to fistfight a ghost? That's so fucking funny.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를 건드렸나?
얼얼하지?
너희가 걸어야 할 수라의 길은 여전히 그 끝이 보이지 않는 만큼
Imagine you saying also only had one skill with negative coins, so he doesn't really count. Had a skill 3.
느려졌네 저거.
You know, we could have guessed about Martin's death too, just based on that ID. Since it literally gains more resources, Sin Affinity, when he dies, as part of his passive.
올. 하지만 슬슬 물리는군. 근처에 융수염이라는 군 거를 파는 곳 있나?
Also, have you guys noticed that guitar riff still hasn't popped up again?
그럼 오늘 림 컴버 회식 메뉴는 수박을 곁들인 융수염
I really just can't get over that. I'm gonna try to put it out of my mind.
차 부서질
That way it'll pop up again. Let's see. I think one thing that I said towards the end of part, or like at the end of part 3, is that the Millie song didn't really feel like it fit, but I kind of want to take that back because of just the name of the Millie song, which obviously we didn't know back then. But Saikai means reunion. So in the song, when it says S isn't for sayonara, it's supposed to be for Saikai or reunion. I think that's really cute, and it ties the song together. I always really like that about Millie songs too. When you hear them in the moment versus when you actually get to sit down and think about what it's trying to convey.
온순해졌을 거라 기대했나? 어중간한 연민이 이런 불필요한 고통을 가져오는 거야. 목숨을 거두려
The song give you Canto 4 Millie song vibes. Yeah, it's a really special song too.
대가리 딱 떼게.
출력 최대치.
지켜주지 못해 미안하다는 말만큼 공허한 말도 없을 거야. 그 말은 결국
재밌겠는데?
지켜내지 못했다는 뜻이야.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 뛰어난 게
The song also kind of makes me sympathize a little bit with their nurse fathers. That one line about what is it? Like, how can I show love? Something I've never had. And I don't wonder if you can also think about the nurse fathers that way. Because I can't imagine any of them had that much love in life either. Especially, like, they're all part of like a syndicate, and they've all been cast down into the House of Spiders. You know, some deservedly, like Matthias. I don't know what we can assume from, like, Callisto.
브레이크 슬램.
I feel like that's like how you first played when Ryoshi unsheathed her blade. Not on the last fight, but on the one before. Well, that's part of why I was a little confused about that too. Why it plays for Rien and Ryoshu. Or when we fight Rien.
내가 담배를 다 태우기 전까지 일어나지 않는
When the song seems to point to being about Araya and Ryoshu's relationship, mostly.
지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 동호대 같았어.
이거 금방 맞지? 야, 키스. 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램.
But I think another way you can look at it too is with the name of the song being Saikai and it playing when
이런 걸 보면 단축의 예술은
Araya becomes the sheath or Ryoshu's sword.
최선의 방법을
But it's kind of like Ryoshu and Araya fighting against the House of Spiders through Rien.
짧게 끊어내고
But that's probably what it is.
그 정도 각오로 우리 식구를
지금이다. 해골바가 내 죄는 내가 알아서 처리한다. 구원해 올라. 하지만 슬슬 물리는군. 근처에 융수염이라는
There's a lot of layers to Kanto 9, like through and through.
이건. 그럼 오늘 림컴버 회식 메뉴는 수박을 곁들인 융수염 과자로 결정하지.
Nice. We got the tattoo. And the Book of Vengeance. Easy run.
본인이 나서지.
Purple. The best color.
하지만 그래봤자 대가리 딱 떼고
I think that the song is not only for Ryoshu and Araya, but for parenthood and caring for someone, which is something that Rien had done for his previous family. Like, to an extent, I think when I do the Rien fight, I'll talk more about his character, because he is very intriguing. Especially about that one, what is it, the waves in the sandcastles? There's some neat stuff to talk about in regards to that. $29.
바이올렛 브레이크 슬램.
가까워진
무파법을 이제야 좀 이해해. 모분조도 역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용해지. 재밌겠는데? 저 도야지 같은 새끼.
엄마는 여기라면 뭐?
You know, one question I had about after Kanto 9 though is where exactly did Ryoshu's love for art really come from? I feel like that was something that wasn't expanded upon a whole lot. Like going into the Kanto, I assumed that the Index and Callisto would play like a little, like more of a part than they did.
얼마나지?
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 고모대 같았어.
because post Kanto, to me, it almost seemed like her love of art and violence was maybe like a coping mechanism, or that it was just, it's the only thing she's ever known, you know.
몰라 열받도 이름은 아무것도
어릴
없어.
땐 몰랐어. 왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지. 그 외부 강사들 손가락 안에서도 내로라 하는 실력자들이었을 거야. 너희가 보여준 혹은 더 대단한 기술을 매번 엄마에게 가르쳐줬거든.
디테일 진짜 장난 아니던데. 이렇게 하는 건가? 아니면 이렇게?
내가 봐주마.
All purple.
이거 건강 맞지? 필살! 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램! 항상 지켜보고 있었지.
얼얼하지?
I wonder, maybe you can look at it as like art was the one thing that all of the Nurse Fathers kind of had in common about them. Oh, with the exception of Valencina. Because with Shiomi, the Pinky Nurse Father, I guess her art would have been all about the blade. And I think that was talked about. The ring, obviously, his corporism. Middle, I mean, toys in comic books. A little bit of a stretch.
어릴 땐 몰랐어.
Someone die?
왜 엄마가
Oh no, it was one of them.
삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지. 그 외부 강사들 손가락 안에서도 내로라 하는 실력자들이었을 거야.
Let's see, Index. Well, for him, he always really liked the picture books. Brienne did.
좋아. 장부에서 사.
이거 건강 맞지? 필살! 바이올렛 브레이크 슬램!
That guy just won't die. He got all the way up to 4 stacks.
모, 분, 조, 딱 깨도 역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용해지는 저 도야지 같은 새끼.
잘했습니다.
먹어 치워라!
좋아. 장부에서 삭제.
되겠냐고요.
Was the last one, right? Oh, nope.
모, 분, 조, 토.
They don't stop coming.
역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용해지는군. 저 도야지 같은 새끼.
보자 너.
I don't know, so far for this run, Envy team seems pretty damn good at the moment.
바이올렛 브레이크 슬램!
I mean, Mersault's kind of dead. Dead now. I was gonna say he's hanging on by a thread, but
바이올렛
that thread's been severed. Poor guy.
잘했습니다.
보이지도 잡히지도 않겠지만 그 사슬로 이어져 있는 한 너희의 시대는 사라지진 않았겠지.
자, 부숴줄 테다.
Fishmael, the best character. I really have no clue who Lucio's gonna go to for Thumb Apprentice.
가까워진다.
Oh, you don't think they're gonna give that to Heathcliff, do you? Because you know from his canto, he suffered a lot of abuse.
얼려라지.
You know what? I bet that's what they're gonna do. Yo, that's kind of messed up. Also, what if they time it? You guys know the Wuthering Heights remake, like there's another movie with Margot Robbie. It's coming out on Valentine's Day. Alright. Genius move. Probably genius. By Project Moon is they release the Heathcliff ID as close to that as they can.
올. 하지만 슬슬 물리는군. 근처에 융수염이라는
완벽한 장부지품으로 다들
있나?
고생했다고.
What
작은형님께서
the hell?
자라와는 몇 개 주셨다.
Yo, little brother.
서문놈들은 운 좋은
Better than
거라서
Middle Apprentice.
수박을 곁들인
귀한
융수염
거거든.
과자로 결정하지.
I don't remember if Honglu has to be alive or not for the final fight in Kanto 8. Doesn't he gain a passive where he can't die? Unless everybody else is dead. I really should have gotten blank before he kicked his ass into the afterlife. And autographs. Wait, Meme, you watched Kanto 9, right? Because I'm about to spoil it. We're gonna go through some of the fights because I missed some flavor text. Yeah, spoilers for Kanto 9, warning, right now. Yeah, okay. I thought so. I just wanted to check. Okay, where is that one Lucio? Was it ticket? And you can't see flavor text unless you're in the fight. At least for skills. Oh, this is the one I missed. Okay, maybe we don't even have to go into the fight. Maybe I can kill her now. Maybe this is my chance. Once again, the same contemplation comes to seize Lucio as he looms over his master, who lies fast asleep. But his impulse remains an unactioned thought, for he had both fear born from experience and gratitude for his deliverance from the back streets. But his resentment runs too deep. Lucio makes a promise with himself, even as he swears utter fealty without a trace of deception. Once this battle is behind us, I will kill her. I will gouge out her other eye and stab and slash at her again and again until she no longer moves. For the first time, fire burns in the eyes of the boy whose body is covered in bruises. Damn. And I think the flavor text for this only pops up after he is about to be killed, so... Yeah, I shouldn't have messed with the potential man. Then maybe we can just read Rien's too. We want 5-2. Where is it? See, his ends up... Oh, I thought it was in... Yeah, so these are supposed to have flavor text to them when you click on them. So I think we have to go into the fight. And that's what I missed. There's also supposed to be something kind of unique with his beeper. So we're gonna have to turn the music off for this. Do I want to see how an Envy team works? I don't get the sense they'd win. TBH.
필두 출진.
이대로 널 보내면 너는 평생 집으로 돌아오지 않겠지. 널 막아 이곳에 머물게 한들 내게 남는 건 없을 거야. 하지만 공허한 후회가 심장을 파고드는 것보단 낫지 않겠니? 좋아. 시작하자고.
So that's a line that Roland says. Remember that. And yeah, with the beeping, anytime it beeps, that means he's got a prescript. And if it beeps faster, it's because he's not fulfilling it quick enough. So they don't say anything now. It's when he hits phase 2. Dude, this is so weird streaming with absolutely zero music, though. Oh, let me get Rien's theme. Or is he? Okay. Did you guys have any particular favorite fight during the canto?
하나. 둘. 좋아.
Oh, you know what? I could also get... Hold on. Hold on.
네. 다섯. 시스. 대단한걸? 모아몽주.
There we go. That's more like it. Far more appropriate. You know, sometimes when I listen to the song now, I can still hear the motif version of it. Or like I expect it, you know? Oh yeah, have you guys seen some of the theories about Otis now too? That we've seen the beeper. And that we know, I guess, gods are in the city. And considering Otis is supposed to be Odysseus, some very intriguing ideas have been popping up. So in her base ego, she's pulling out of her pocket a watch, or what looks like a watch, kind of similar to what Rien here does with his beeper. Oh yeah, I haven't been paying attention to this at all. Oops. So an idea's been forming that maybe Otis is like part of the Index. And she's being told to do things by the prescripts. I also think the shadow that appears in her base ego is also a part of some Greek mythology that I can't think of at the moment. Returns. Welcome back, Link. I was just talking about the new Otis theories. You don't see her being a part of the Index? I don't know, it's... I have to look up specifically what the staff is that appears in her base ego art, but... Man, if that actually came true, like, what genius writing? That theory? Mm-hmm. But you heard about that just today? Yeah, I don't know, man. That would be so insane. I kind of hope they do it, to be honest. He's gonna do it. Because, I mean, the Greek gods are gonna play, like, a pretty big part in her canto. Ooh, what are you doing, Honglu? What kind of prescript did they give her that lasts so long? So that's the thing. Prescripts don't have like a date, or they could be such a long prescript that it takes forever to do it. In Index Faust's prescript, she had to carry one out that lasted well over a week. So it could be that she got a prescript that was just like, yeah, except joining into Limbus company. Furioso replica. Alright, so this text hasn't changed yet. Following the prescript is to unlock what is locked. Yeah, eliminate the thumb, no time limit. Yep. Yeah, it's all just based on whatever the prescript says. It is on phase 2? Okay.
떠날 이유는 없으니 것을 잃었으니
Dude, seeing Yi Sang do this animation is gonna be so freaking cool.
지리멸예
Oh, he's prescript target. The hell is that? The prescript has to benefit the index in some way, right? What do they gain? I don't know that it directly has to benefit them. I mean, from Kanto 9 and Rien's Ultimate Fate, like, did the index really benefit from losing him or Ryoshu? I don't think so. That seems like a net negative to me. But you also have to remember that if the will of the city is a god, which it seems to be, then you'd expect it to be kind of omnipresent and omniversal. So we won't know until it's time to know. Dang, even that. There's another Ryoshu. See, because it could also be like the index just wanted Ryoshu to gain Arayashiki for Ryoshu, and then that's going to be a part of a later plan. Ooh. Because I don't know why we're doing what we're doing, so the index might benefit from us being successfully in our goal. Also true, yeah. Man, that's favored, but do I trust it? So I have 2 people staggered, so I think... Should I just let him die? I think he's a dead boy. Rip. Oh, they did gain something Roshu mastery over her sword, or she. But they still have to go through the trouble of reclaiming it. So yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that being the case. Like all the fingers, but still. Dude, can I just say, this is such a great song choice for this fight. Oh, whoops. I think that's also a Roland line. And you can hear the beeper go off before he said it, meaning the beeper probably told him to. Dude, Rian is actually the greatest character. Brought you from the top ropes. Wait, did she lose that? No, Faust, why? This happened when I played the first time too. History repeats itself. Alright, who all died? Sinclair. Radia came into the fight and immediately got slaughtered. Oh, shoot. Dude, that's so fucking funny. What do we even live for? Just to suffer? Oh, I should have just focused on trying to get a stagger. Maybe we do. We need bootleg Gone Angels. Should probably stay away from the copyright stuff. Oh yeah, he dies. We did get the stagger.
여기 남기라도 할 것처럼 말하는군.
너만 남아있으면 돼. 그러면 거기서 사라지지 않아.
Did you hear how it's beeping now? I think it's because the prescript is telling him to say something like maybe letting her go. And he actually wants her to stay.
그러니 가지 마렴.
Because I think his device changes here. He gets prescript device warning. The device's beeping accelerates with every second I let pass without fulfilling the prescript, and with it, so do the intervals of my heartbeat. Oh yeah, another funny Roland reference. You see how the weapon stabbed in the back of Karmic Consequence Fortuna? Oh shoot. There's one comic of Rian wearing the Ozma outfit from Rona, and the other nurse fathers reacting to it. Yeah, Roland wore quite some pretty sus stuff in Rona, huh? Magical girls. Oh, something I read. The O Fortuna Balut Luna Statu Variabilis. This line shows up when you're getting ego. I think when you extract them, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I thought I wrote down in my notes what it means, but I don't have it. So it's the opening line of a medieval poem and a famous chorus from Karl Orff's Carmina Burana, describing fate as a constantly shifting, unpredictable force, waxing and waning just like the moon. This line specifically means, O fortune, like the moon, you are changeable in state. And then this is in phase 2, so let's see if this did change. Oh, it did. Okay, sweet. Okay, so this is what I missed. So in hacking through the ribs with a hatchet, this is barely a weapon, but it's better than a fork. Well, when penetrating the lungs with a stiletto, I couldn't help but feel a dreadful chill run down my back whenever I'm given this weapon when the situation calls for a horizontal swing. I find it hard to work with. When cleaving through the shoulder and the skull with a bastard sword. This sword, it's passable, but that quality in and of itself leaves a lot to be desired. Nevertheless, it can still be a trusty weapon as long as your fundamental skills are solid. When punching 10 or more holes in the torso with the rapier, a weapon longer and sharper than the stiletto, I enjoy the rapier as well, as it lends itself quite well to more dexterous techniques. Which we know the way he moves around, that really suits him. Rian weapon review. It's kind of amazing how he's good with all these weapons, even if he doesn't like them. When caving in the back of the skull with a hammer, simple but final. It's not a half measure like a hatchet, but will crush whatever it hits. Dude, he fucking hates the hatchet. When rending the body with a greatsword. When it comes to wielding blades of ponderous size and weight such as this one, it is important to find your center of gravity. And of course, don't forget to take advantage of its sheer mass. I once jumped from the rooftop of a 5-story building with this weapon and dropped on top of a grade 1 fixer's head, killing him instantly. Holy shit. Wow, it's Poland. Yeah, I'm going over flavor text I missed. Yeah, this is his theme song too. Man, what a crazy way to die. You know what? Rian really missed his calling in life. He should have been like Link said, a weapon review YouTuber. when boring a 20-inch hole with a lance. I consider this weapon a jackpot. This lance has a self-propelling property as well, which is what allows it to punch through the target and anything that stands between us as well, whether that is a wall or a person. When ripping the flesh to a 10,000 strips with a whip. While some may equate this weapon to losing a lottery, I'm quite fond of it. When this whip cracks, it doesn't just make them bleed, it tears a strip off the target's flesh, and with it, the resolve and energy. I appreciate that it lets me observe the full process of how someone is deconstructed as they are weakened. Oh, and it can also be used to strangle in a pinch. What the fuck? This guy's so psychotic. And last but not least, the best one. When lacerating through space itself with a scythe, like a certain someone. The scythe, I could not for the life of me understand how to use this weapon until I saw that blue reverberation wield his own. No freaking way. Dude. The blue reverberation's my favorite character in Ruina. Oh, that's so cool. Oh yeah, in the blue reverberation, he does cut through space itself. That's literally his his mass attacks in Ruina. He does that. Oh my goodness. They actually put like all the best characters into one in Birth Rien. Even after I had observed him, the prescript continued to give me no other weapons than the scythe for a while. Eventually, it became my favorite, most familiar, and sharpest weapon. This weapon also cuts the best out of them all. While there are many techniques to cut through space itself, perhaps this story is best saved for another time. What do you mean, many techniques? Dude. That's crazy. I think too, when he's doing Furioso, specifically when he uses the scythe is when he gets the main rings around it. Man. Damn, dude, that sucks I missed that on launch, but I'm glad we get to see it now. God, that's so cool. Alright, Faust, you lost once, you won't do it again, right? Argalia X Roland. Oh, what are you doing, man? He fights Argalia and he has a wife named Angelica. Could you imagine? Dude, it would be so amazing to just have more backstory on this guy too. Because it mentioned he was a star of the city all on his own. And I think it shows his name somewhere, what he used to be called. Where was it? Or I thought it did somewhere. Maybe it's not in this. I thought it was in Sizzling Wound, but I guess not. Okay, this one's interesting. Indulgence in prescripts. This will come up a little later. The acceptance of the prescripts is apparent in his execution of them, yet on the other side of the mask, one may glimpse a hint of resentment for them. However, as he could indulge in all the suffering and pleasures of the world, behind the mask of prescripts, his true imminent yearning is concluded by that of gratitude. Or maybe it's in phase 1 where they show it? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Uh-oh. There we go. Everything else hopeless. See the target? No. No, can't clash. I don't know if I win this one. Well, next he's gonna use a greatsword and say something about the redness. If only. If he was truly the best character. He's dead as hell. Hey there, my name's Roll. Wait, is that my Timu version? Holy shit, it's Roland the Black Silence. Dude, if they did a Roland 2.0, do you think they're gonna do a 2.0 of the Red Mist at some point? Full fan service. Oh, hey, what the hell is he doing here? Flaming Bones. Man, this fight's tough. The paralyze is gonna screw me. I should just do that now. I think Firefist and Edgar are still going to be better than the Hohenheim Greg. I think Hohenheim Greg is going to be like a tank, because that's what Hohenheim was with the dazzle effect. Rip. So I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna be great. We'll see. Oh shit, he's gonna do it to me.
구속구가 나의 폭력을 저지하기엔 턱없이 모자르지.
Oh no, we need you. What are you doing? Ishmael, why? I've been abandoned. What the hell, man? She actually just fucked off. She does not want to be hit by Furioso 2.0. She's like, hell nah, I know what's coming. Oh, and I'm gonna get hit by it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. RP. Sorry, she can't die. Alright, now she can. And probably will. And will. But does Ishmael come back? If she's not on the field, can Ryoshu die? I'm actually so curious. Because we technically still have somebody. Alright, that's... No, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to spend the lunacy. You have to wait for 1 second to everyone is dead. Furioso. I think I got hit by every single one in that fight. Oh, you can't see the post battle? That's alright. I mean, I only wanted to read the flavor text that I missed. And then I guess we all remember the wave analogy that he ends up making, right? You know, that you shouldn't be scared, or not scared, sad that the waves come in and destroy the sandcastles, because the waves moving away from the shore is what allowed those sandcastles to be built in the first place, right? And I think it's a really sad analogy about how Rien views the prescripts, right? And how they relate to Ryoshu. So them being that he was told by the prescripts to make Ryoshu into what's basically the concept incinerator, but better. And then he gets told he eventually ends up, you know, I would say loving Ryoshu as like an actual daughter, you know, because in that same flashback, it turns his actual kid that we know he let die because of the prescripts gets replaced with Ryoshu in that scene. And he's also being told to let her go, which he doesn't want to do because he loves her. And that's why we hear the constant beeping, and the status effect for the beeper changes to warning during the second phase of that fight. But for him, he has no right to be sad because the prescripts are what allowed him to go down that path with Ryoshu to begin with. So very sad, and that's why he says that the waves sound so lonely when he's getting cut. So I thought that was really, really beautiful. On the theater you can. Oh yeah. Oh, you're right.
모래성을 부수는 게 슬프니까. 그래서 우는 거야.
Real question, are we gonna get the white splat? We got that during season 1 of Limbus Company. When Rabbit Heathcliff had that bug.
파도는 바람에 의해 움직여. 바람이 불면 그건 밀물과 썰물이 되어서 눈앞에 있는 건 다 허물어뜨릴 수밖에 없지.
Then why not just push back when the wind blows? So again, pointing to Rien not fulfilling the prescripts in the second phase of that fight, which is probably just telling him to let Ryoshu go.
하지만 딸, 잘 생각해봐. 파도는 바람이 끌어당겨줘서 모래성을 만들었어. 그리고 이제는 바람이 미는 대로 모래성을 부수는 것뿐이야. 그러니까 파도는 슬플 필요가 없는 거지.
What even is the Ryoshu bad end ID gonna be? Probably the Pinky, Nurse Father, if I had to guess. I mean, either that or her being the, like, concept incinerator. That would be... Actually, yeah, that would probably be even worse, wouldn't it? Yep, see how it gets replaced with her.
글쎄, 그건 찬 결말을 아껴놓는 거야. 그런 다음에 딸이 아빠만큼 어른이 되고 나면 그때 보는 거지.
그래. 그럼 그때까지 매일매일 읽어주는 거야? 약속.
파도 소리가 들리는구나.
어떻게 들리지?
쓸쓸해.
Yeah, what a... just such a tragic character. I really like him. I want to see if I can find that. I could have swore there was something that named his Star of the City thing, but I might just be crazy. Is it gonna be burn sinking or burn poise? I'd imagine, well, I guess it depends. What did they call it when she lost her sense of self? Was it Muga? It's just her base ID, but it erases things. think about it, Rian had the possibility to become a monster in the city. To be able to replicate a color is not a small feat. Well, yeah, he was a star of the city. Before getting sent to the House of Spiders. Let's see. Oh yeah, something else that's really funny too is Yoshihide in Hellscreen is the one who's doing the painting, right? And Rian effectively fills Yoshihide's place in the game, so... Yeah, where the hell is it? I could have swore there was something that talked about the Star of the City thing, but it's not even in the wiki. Huh, maybe I made it up. I don't know. Could have swore there's some kind of flavor text for it. You're thinking she's gonna be like an ammo unit, but instead of bullets, it's dementia. I don't know. I think looking at IDs, we know Yi Sing. Let's see. We know Yi Sing's gonna get Rien. Got Apprentice Sinclair. Let's see. So these characters all have IDs confirmed. Same with Otis. So out of this list, Callisto being like Honglu, Albina. I don't know. Do you think Callisto would fit better for like Mersault? No, Mersault's kind of. Oh yeah, Dawn. She's got the Index Apprentice. Yeah, thank you. I don't know. I feel like Mersault wouldn't be very good at art, and that's seemingly why Callisto was cast into the House of Spiders. I feel like that kind of fit Mersault. And then what do they do? Albina for Faust. So then we're missing the Thumb, Nurse Father, which is probably Radia. And then I really do think the Apprentice is going to go to Heathcliff for the Thumb. Just because of his past, you know. Which is very messed up. And then, yeah, I'd imagine Pinky Nurse Father for Ryoshu. Unless they decide to do something with the Pinky Nurse Father and Araya, which they might. I don't know. Did you already check the flavor text from Lucio? Yeah, you can just see that when viewing the fight. Yeah, the text I missed is about him wanting to, or like building the courage to actually kill Valentina. Yeah, for the first time, fire burns in the eyes of the boy, whose body is covered in bruises. Yeah, very tragic. It's funny, I think he gains this status effect right before he gets killed. Dude, that was such a good scene. You love how they take barely anything from the source material? Like, there was no monkey, there's no Yuzuki, there's no Tooth Fairy. But I think Yuzuki is supposed to be Ryoshu. Because Yuzuki is the daughter in Hellscreen, right? And then Rien is supposed to be Yoshihide. Or it would probably be close to, and Honglu would be Lucio. Good Loki, let her abuse you. Nah. I don't know, or do you think they're gonna fake us out and not give Valentina to Radia? What if it goes to Honglu? Really expected that he would attack Valentina in that cutscene. Yeah, he really chose wrong with that, didn't he? Chose death by potential man. And that sugary smell. The monkey was supposed to be her dog. Oh yeah, wasn't the dog was named Saru? Yeah. Radia doesn't give Valentina, you'll riot. Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do with, like, who's the kid? I'm really curious about how they're gonna do the story. 'Cause I think looking at the sinners as them being like abusive parents is kind of sad. Suddenly one day. Still naive midterm, so you're sleep deprived. I feel that. Fits so much. It does. Dude, isn't it messed up? They killed off the dog, but we still don't know what happened to the cat in Kanto 4. I actually think they concept incinerated the poor thing. The cat was even zoomed in on during the season 2 preview. That cat's gone. I'm never gonna stop talking about that cat. It perplexes me. It perplexes me as much as that fucking guitar noise that we still don't know where it came from.
지루하군, 지루하군, 지루하군. 하지만 이런 시시한 전투에도 긴장감을 불어넣어줄 비장의 예술이 하나 있지.
It was her! Oh, I
박수갈치는
fucking knew
언제
it.
보낼 생각이지?
It was Ryoshu.
지루하군. 하지만 이런 시시한 지루하군.
Ally advantage 1. Does 2 do it?
하지만 이런 시시한 전투에도 긴장감을 불어넣어줄 비장의 예술이 하나 있지.
Oh, they both do. Holy
박수갈치는
shit.
언제 보낼 생각이지?
Oh my gosh, I'm not being haunted. Thank goodness, man. I had a feeling his ally advantage because I remember when he played was when Ishmael staggered somebody. He played after that.
지루하군. 하지만 이런 시시한 전투에도 긴장감을 불어넣어줄 비장의
Spiced up with the
예술이
right kind of
하나
art.
있지.
Why is it on
박수갈치는 언제 보낼
Ryoshu
생각이지?
though? Does that confuse anybody else? You thought it was your father downstairs? How? Dude, I'm so perplexed. It happened during floor 2, and then I kept waiting, trying to listen to it all stream. We finished the mirror dungeon, and it never happened. It was only those 2 times when I was talking. This isn't Kumo. No, we already went through all that.
지루하군.
Now we're solving
하지만 이런
mysteries.
시시한 전투에도 긴장감을 불어넣어줄 비장의 예술이 하나 있지. 박수갈치는 언제 보낼 생각이지? 알아야 시키는 내게 있어 완소인 검이다. 잃어버린 것에 닿을 실마리도.
Wait, what? Make me drop my sword needlessly, and
그러니
I love you to
일단
shreds as
시답잖은
well.
일은 알아서 해결해라. 괜한 이유로 내
That's
검이
awesome.
뽑히면
She really likes the
내
guitar.
놈들도
So backstory,
완소.
that sound effect was, it happened really early on during the stream, and I couldn't replicate it, and I thought something was happening with my PC, but we're just now finding it.
시그니처를
Holy shit.
보여주겠다는데 마다할 이유는 없지.
Her sig is actually one of those music
군침에 힘주고
lollipops.
잘 봐라 시태.
I wonder why they put the guitar in there. That's so funny.
시계.
Dude, I can't wait till they release an announcer that has a door knocking sound effect in the middle of it.
셋을 세기도 전에 화려하게 터질 거다. 하나, 둘.
Holy shit. I actually can sleep tonight. When Sinclair was dancing with the maracas. That was a good scene. That was probably the only good thing in Kanto 2. Remember Ryoshu played the guitar during Kanto 2? Wait, what? Was that in the CG? Oh shit, she is. Yeah, you're right. Oh wow, that's a lore. Probably also had her future version playing it. It was all foreshadowing. All foreshadowing just to jump scare me. Does that mean Mersol can also play the flute? This dude in the back is brought to tears by his maraca playing. No Faust. You don't doubt it. To be honest, if you told Mersol to do anything, he could probably just do it. Yeah, Mersol play the flute. It will be done, manager. You can't wait till they add an announcer that says your address and tells you to open the door. I love doxing announcers. The doxer. Yeah, we got some pretty interesting lore. So do you guys think that the silver gauntlet is actually going to be a color that we run into? I mean, he looks pretty badass. Or I'm guessing gauntlet. Yeah, that's gotta fit. It's either that or bullet. I'm not entirely sure that werewolves exist in the city. Or vampires do. Yeah, blood fiends do. Yeah, that could be the silver bullet. Result solo that boss without taking damage, thank you. Yeah, why haven't we tried that, actually? I've been playing this game wrong the whole time. Hungry could play the Nacho Sombrero in Despicable Me. Anything that isn't human is hunted by the head. Well, werewolves start off as human, right? They work the same way as blood fiends. I could see it being something. Oh yeah, we want to look at Otis's face ego. Yeah, I can't remember if the staff has to do with Hermes or what the staff is called. I thought it had something to do with medical stuff though. Sorry, I'm trying to find this now. Okay, so here it says the Atticus is a staff with two snakes and wings representing the Greco-Roman messenger god Hermes/Mercury, symbolizing commerce, eloquence, and negotiation rather than healing. Ooh, and that actually doesn't look like a pocket watch. And I would know. I have two. It's also on her shoulder. Dude, I actually hope that they do some index shenanigans with Otis. Could you imagine the only reason she's able to, like, I don't know, come through and win the first smoke war or whatever contribution she had to it is because of the prescripts? Oh, man. And of course, whatever other Greek god shenanigans are going to happen in her canto. The Trojan horse, because she's also shown to be a traitor a whole bunch of times. Also, I think having a story where someone actually, like, successfully breaks away from the index, if they do go that route with her, would be very, very intriguing. Because we haven't seen anybody successfully do that. Jan tried, he got turned into a typewriter. Rian tried. He got fapooned. And of course, the index is my favorite finger. Just saw a video with a noob versus pro versus hacker, and just Rian and Roland and Angelica. The fuck? Yeah, I'm excited. I think Project Moon in that one live stream said that they're gonna have some kind of roadmap sometime in February. So we'll get more info about the next Walpurgis, Intervalo, and whatnot. So we'll be looking out for that. And then I guess the next Limbus stream will be whenever I can dispense the Hohenheim and Pinky Apprentice IDs. It's probably 2 weeks from now. In the meantime, I think tomorrow I'll do my Arknights Enfield. I'm pretty much in endgame now, so I just have to do mission cleanup. I'll do that. And then from there, I guess I'll prioritize the no existence of you and me. Because I have been wanting to stream more. So I've been doing that. Let's see, what's today? Wednesday? Damn, I've actually streamed for a whole week. And my throat actually hasn't bothered me at all. That's crazy. I don't think humans are meant to talk so much. Oh, what the fuck? BattleBit actually has an update post on Steam. Oh, weird. They've been radio silent for over a year. You watching your past Enfield streams? Humans taste good. Why do you know that? Yeah, the Enfield streams are very I've been trying to focus on the lore and stuff, and trying to remember stuff from what I've read of Arknights, which isn't a lot. I'm still playing catch up with it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. There really wasn't anybody talking in chat, so it's just kind of me yapping or reading. So hope you enjoy. Yeah, cool. That's all from me. Yeah, I talked about the Millie song. I want to do that. Yeah, cool. We'll call it a stream. I guess I do like the new ID, by the way. I think she's really good. In terms of Envy teams being like super viable though, I don't know. I feel like they still need more, because taking so much damage for free is just like, obviously middle Mersault. I think he ended up dying. I don't know. It's not a smart play style, I don't think. Not compared to just straight up clashing and winning and not taking damage. And then her uptight story was very sad. I think highlighting the issue with having a material focused parent I do like that. And then of course learning that Otis is gonna be the middle nurse father ID was funny. So yeah, we'll call it there. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and or night. I will see you in the next one. Peace.